What's going on, everybody? We are back on. It's been a while since I recorded a video, but it is what it is. Yeah. What the hell is this? Stuff I don't care about. That's very nice. I'll tell you what I do care about. These damn replays that I got. So, yeah. But as you know, lately I've been recording videos talking about real life rather than what's going on in the game, and I'm going to continue that because we are in a very unique time in America. We are in a time where we have this pandemic, COVID-19, that has murdered or taken the lives of roughly 150,000 Americans, and America is now the COVID capital of the world, with no end in sight because people are dumb. But at the same time, we're in the midst of, a huge wave of progressive anti-racism, and it's starting with everyday folks. And y'all already know how I feel. I'm on that train all day long because it's aggravating to be born in a country, be told your whole life that this place represents freedom and justice and equality, and if you just work hard and play by the rules, everything works out in your favor. Then you grow up and realize that was a lie. Well, at least it's a lie if you're black, or Spanish, or gay, trans, or woman. It's a lie. And so part of what I feel my job is to point this stuff out, unabashedly. Call truth to power and be, part of a positive change towards making America live up to its promises. And, it's interesting because, today is August 5th, 2020, and school is supposed to be back in session in a little under 2 weeks. I told you, we're in the midst of a pandemic. A global pandemic. Well, it initiated all over the globe and has spread all over the globe, but the globe's not dealing with it the way that we are. You look at these various European countries, some of them have no new cases of COVID because they followed social distancing guidelines that were outlined by the CDC and by WHO and their scientific bodies all over there. But America has not. People have restarted the economy prematurely. People are still gathering like hell. And that includes me, unfortunately, because, the wife and I keep being called to these family functions where we're gathered around groups of 10 or more people. I do indeed social distance when I'm over there. You know, I don't be all up on people's faces. I keep my distance, but I don't like it. But other than that, we ain't doing no damn gathering. But other people are just frolicking about like this virus is not out here. And furthermore, they insist on not wearing masks, which, that right there, that's probably one of the least controversial portions of this whole thing, and yet it's emerged into a political left versus right debate like everything else. You know, if you're anti-racist, you're a part of the left, basically, according to these people. And if you're pro-mask, you're part of the left as well, it seems. Because I have yet to see Democratic voters sit here and say, I don't believe in wearing no masks. It ain't a lot of them out there that think that way. It's mostly right-wing people. It's like they insist on being stupid and on the wrong side of everything, you know? And it's not the wrong side because of, you know, my personal opinion. It's borne out by data and by science. If you're not wearing a mask while in public or at your job, you're helping to, you're you know, either helping to spread the virus or you're asking to catch it. You know? And that's what makes this thing so OD. But what does this have to do with school? Well, as I said, they're starting school back up in a little less than 2 weeks. In the midst of this pandemic. And I'm sitting here like, y'all just don't give a damn about our lives, do you? You don't care about the children. You don't care about nobody. But that bottom line. Ooh. That's all they care about. And it's obvious. Capitalism is getting us killed. Because the economy has to be open so bad that they're willing to risk, you know, the lives of our entire future in order to make that happen. And when I say they, I mean the powers that be. And it's quite ridiculous, honestly. I'm not in favor of going back to school at all. We need to continue distance learning because we're still out here fighting this virus. It's still contagious as hell. It's still taking lives. And the idea that we could just repopulate our schools with all these kids, even in a school as small as Travis, it's a terrible idea. Ooh. You know, it's a horrible idea. I mean, I know people who have lost relatives to this thing. I know people who are sick with corona. And we've had several high-profile deaths, the latest of which was former Republican presidential candidate, not presidential candidate, he was a presidential candidate because he was running, in 2012, but Herman Cain passed away from complications due to coronavirus. He had, survived his bout with colon cancer, but he decided to attend Donald Trump's rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which had mad people. Well, I ain't gonna say mad people because they didn't even, it had thousands of people, but it was far short of what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to have like 19,000 people, but it only had 6. But that's still massive gathering in a place where there shouldn't have been any. But Herman Cain went to that event, wasn't wearing no mask, wasn't doing much social distancing. 2 weeks later, he comes down with the virus, and he dies. And so, I'm thinking to myself, if you don't learn from that, you're just an idiot. You're willfully ignorant of reality. And that's just the God's honest truth. Reality doesn't have a political orientation. Reality doesn't care whether you vote for Trump or Biden. We should be doing everything possible to avoid contact with people. And if for some reason you have to be in contact with people, wear a goddamn mask. And a face shield too, honestly. And so, I am not in favor of going back to school because I already see now we're going to have staff members that aren't going to follow those guidelines. We're going to have students that don't follow it. And that's going to be a whole ass debacle. Because a good number, I would say the overwhelming majority of my co-workers, they're right-wingers. You know what I'm saying? They vote for Trump. They go to church every Sunday. They are the evangelicals that we always hear about. And, even if they claim they don't like Trump all that much, they really do like him quite a bit. They like him enough to think well of him. And they like him enough to repeat his propaganda. And they watch Fox News and, they are a lot of who I had in mind for my previous videos. One of my previous videos about the diet racist theory. Because they're real nice when you speak to them and stuff, and they'll kiki laugh it up at you and all that, and they always got nice things to say. And they think that by being nice to black people, or their one black coworker or whatever, that they can happily say, oh, I'm not racist, I'm nice to my coworker. Yeah, sure. That's like saying, because you're nice to women, you ain't a sexist. You're nice to this woman, but you're not a sexist. Yeah, okay. Anyway, point is, these folks, they're not gonna be I mean, hopefully by now a lot of them have come to their senses, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be folks that don't wear a mask. And I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to ask that you maintain your distance since you don't have a mask on. Because you could be an asymptomatic carrier, and it doesn't matter if you feel sick or not. You might have the damn thing and don't know it and be giving it to me. And that's just the staff members. The kids are going to be a whole nother issue. Because I can tell you right now, social distancing is going to be non-existent when we go back to school. I mean, you can enforce it in your classrooms, but how are you going to enforce it in the hallways? How are you going to enforce it, at lunch? You know what I'm saying? It's going to change everything. Because I, have the kids eat in my classroom during lunch and stuff like that. I'm going to have to change my damn seating arrangement probably. I don't know. This whole situation it's dumb. We shouldn't even be in this predicament. It should be distance learning. Everybody should get on a goddamn computer and continue doing e-learning until we start actually declining seriously in the number of cases that we get. Because we're not even testing everywhere for corona. Like, if you want to get tested in my county, you have to drive to another county. You know what I'm saying? You have to drive to a whole nother county to get tested for this thing. And that right there is an issue because there's thousands of people in this county that have corona. Absolutely. It just isn't being backed up by testing numbers because there's no testing site in the county. You gotta get sick and then go to the hospital already. And even that's a debacle because my darling co-workers, are out here spreading propaganda about people cooking the books on the numbers and stuff like that. Trying to say that the numbers are not as high as what's being reported. And it's like, unless you have hardcore evidence, hardcore proof of that, shut the hell up. Shut up. If anything, the numbers are being underreported, not overreported. They're being underreported because you're not doing as much testing as we ought to be doing. If everybody in this county were to get tested, the COVID numbers in this state would go up a lot. But the kids are going to be another debacle because I don't currently know what our policies are going to be on masks. I'm going to tell you right now, they going to need masks like they need ID and uniforms. As far as I'm concerned, if your ass ain't got a mask on, do not step into my class. Because your ass ain't about to get me infected out here in these streets. Kiss my ass. I don't give a damn what your parents tell you. And I can already foresee some of these dumbass parents being offended or being upset that I'm asking them to do something in my class that they don't do at home. And it's like, look, I don't care. You might not believe in science, but I do. I'm an educator. I know science is real. And we shouldn't even be gathered in school at all. Everybody should be home right now. But since we have to be here, we got to do this thing safely. We have to do this. Part of my job is to educate your child. And that can't happen if he's sick or if I'm sick. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I seem so, cynical is because I've seen the stuff that these parents do with their kids in terms of, how they act when the grades ain't right. I had one kid, dude did nothing in my class, didn't turn in no homework, no nothing, right? We do a parent-teacher conference for him. His mom sits there and says, nobody in our house can do that math. And I just felt like saying, do you know what you just did right there? You just gave your child an excuse to fail. You just said nobody in your household can do this math, basically saying that this subject is so hard, even though millions of children are also taking geometry and not failing, that for some reason he can't do this because nobody in your household can do it. You just gave him an excuse to fail. And honestly, I'm gonna start doing that. Honestly, it's time for me to be more savage out here. And not savage in a mean ass way, but just telling the truth, unabashedly. Telling the raw truth, whether it be convenient or not. I might as well get some practice in because I'm positive that I'm gonna hear some diet racist ass shit this year. Probably more stuff this year than any other year. And I'm gonna need to check these people. And so, if I'm gonna check them on their racism, I might as well check them in every other area too. Damn. You gotta respect that Pope play, boy. But anyway. I think that's what I gotta do. Oh! I think that's what I'm gonna need to do, honestly. Oh, you got me there. Yo, everything looks so much better on PC. Jesus Christ. Anyway. And then what made it bad was the boy, same boy, we do distance learning. Suddenly he's turning in all his work. Turning in everything. I'm like, that's very interesting. Almost looks too good to be true, actually. But, you know, he was doing his work or whatever. And then he had a grade recovery packet that he needed to turn in because he failed. And so his mom sends the packet, and at first it didn't have no work on it, so I asked her to send the work to go with it. She sends the work, and I'm looking at it, and it's like, this work looks really good. Too good. It's very organized and neat and everything. And so I'm like, something's in there. And so sure enough, I go and I double check his homework that he turned in. The handwriting doesn't match. The handwriting doesn't match at all. So he gonna sit there and try to have people do his work for him and turn it in. And then the mom gonna have the nerve to ask me, did I grade? You know what I'm saying? And so I told my AP, you know what I'm saying, about it. And I told our guidance counselor. I said, it looks like he, you know, and I even linked the two homeworks. I linked the homework assignment and I linked one of the pages that old boy turned in. And, you know, I wrote a very professional email that more or less said, I'm concerned that it's pretty apparent that he did turn in original work. And I ain't heard nothing else about that situation. I'm assuming that they spoke with the mama and told her that her boy failed the whole damn class because old boy failed the first semester and probably the second semester. I mean, the last quarter he did good, like I say, because he actually decided to do homework. But it's not going to, you know, cancel out your terrible grade. Like if you have a 27 and 100, I mean, that would technically cancel it out, I guess. You might be able to average it so that you don't completely fail, but I don't know. Oh, dang! I outplayed the hell out this boy. But anyway, so this is the kind of stuff I be dealing with. A student like that, I'd be very lucky if they wear a mask every day, and if they don't wear a mask every day, I'd be very fortunate if I can, you know, if when I talk to their parents about it, I can get them to wear a mask every day, because I fully expect at least one parent to be like, well, we don't believe in wearing masks or whatever the fuck You know what I'm saying? Like, I expect that. I anticipate the worst out of these people. Because like I said, they've all been beguiled by... Oh! They've all been beguiled by propaganda. Right-wing propaganda. Calling coronavirus the flu, and touting its survival rate, and all this kind of stuff. This is what these people believe. And because they believe that this virus is not a big a deal, or as big of a deal that we're all saying that it is, they're going to send their children back to school unmasked, and it's going to be a problem. And I just hope that the school backs me up, because I'm not letting them little motherfuckers in my classroom without a goddamn mask. It's just not gonna happen. Because I don't give a damn what your political ideology is. Science is real. You got people that don't even understand how the virus even works. I mean, I had former students that are out here spreading propaganda on Facebook talking about some wearing a mask is a sign of fear or something like that. Your fear is your problem, not mine. Basically, trying to downplay the threat of this thing. It ain't got nothing to do with fear. It has everything to do with self-preservation and consideration for the next person, for your fellow American. Got nothing to do with no damn fear. I mean, while we're at it, why don't you just drop some food on the floor and eat it right off the floor without blowing it off or cleaning it first? Try that too. If we talking about not fear, why do you clean off food that you dropped on the floor? Or why do we throw it away? Is that fear too? Stupid ass. But yeah, this is going to be very interesting. What I hope is people realize that enrollment's going to be way down, virtually 0 to nil, and they're going to have to close school down or not allow the kids to attend in person and basically mandate that everyone stay at home. That's my hope. That'd be the smartest thing they can do. Best case scenario. But if for some reason that can't happen, the next best thing that can occur is, we're told that, hey, we're going to have students, but they have to obey full guidelines and they have to wear a mask. I think that's the more likely scenario. Because I ain't standing for nothing less. You are wearing a mask. You step up in here and you're not taking it off for nothing. Because I have to wear mine all day. You can wear yours for 45 minutes. These periods are short anyway. Oh. Oh man, if he was good, he could have killed. Well, he won that, but he could have won by doing 113. But yeah, so that's gonna be a debacle, a whole ass debacle. And then, like I say, but I'll say this though. I have more faith in the kids than I do the adults. Because honestly, when it comes to education, the kids are the best part of it. They really are. And I'm not just saying that, like, it's for real. It ain't the kids I'm worried about so much. I'm worried more about the adults. Like these dumbass right-wingers that I have to be around. Matter of fact, I appear to be getting a new neighbor, like right across the hall from me, and I don't want his ass near me, bruh. I really don't. He's a super right-wing nut job, a former pastor, believes he can turn everybody into millionaires, doesn't believe in hate crimes, and doesn't understand that the party switched platforms in the 60s. Like, he literally said he didn't understand why black people vote for the Democratic Party the first day I met him. And he also went out of his way to make sure that I knew that he wasn't a racist. That was the first day I met him, about 3 years ago. Since then, he's inappropriately touched some of my female students' faces, wiping dirt off of them. I've heard that he makes demeaning comments towards students that don't agree with him on his political opinions. And he apparently asked one of my female students last year if she had a boyfriend, because he was going to try to set her up with his son that just graduated college. The girl's 17, or was 17 at the time. He didn't give a fuck. And when she told me about it, I took the junk serious. I reported that shit. I reported it immediately. And when I reported that, other students came forward telling me about the things that he has said. To other students. And he's going to be right across the hall from me now, this year. I do not look forward to it. I hope he retires. For real. I hope he retires so I ain't gotta see this motherfucker at all. Because he's awkward and pretentious and fake. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. And I detected that from day one. But I was happy because he was in his building, I was in mine. I could go an entire week without seeing his ass. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no issue. But now it's about to be an issue. Because he's about to be across the hall from me. And I'm like, fuck. I don't want that at all. So I'm just, this year is going to be nothing less than absolutely fascinating for all the wrong reasons. Overhead? Yes. I figured I would do the overhead. But we'll see. At least by the time this school year is over with, 2020 will be over. And 2020, has been one of the most trying years on record. And we still haven't even had the election yet. There's so much stuff that doesn't happen. Maybe in a future video I'll try to detail all the stuff that doesn't happen this year.
Round 2, fight.
But, ooh! Damn! That was clean. Ooh! I didn't even realize I did this boy like that. He about to die now. Hold on. Damn! Damn! That's how I want to be towards these dire racist feelings. Savage the hell out of them when they try to jump. Anti-air they monk ass. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no time, man. I don't have time. And the reason that I've decided to undergo this shift is, white people's comfort in being deluded and being allowed to not see the world as it actually is costing people's lives. I mean, because how many years have black people been talking about how terrible we've been treated at the hands of police? I mean, NWA rapped about it. Their breakout damn song, Fuck the Police, was about that exact phenomenon. And that came out before I was born. I'm 31 years old. And that song was at least 5 years old when I was born. So this has been going on a 40-year phenomenon that black people have been making this known. And white people have been allowed to be uninformed and ignorant. And, a lot of us have, in the name of keeping peace and, not trying to rock the boat, we go along with it. You know what I'm saying? We don't check them, we don't correct them or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Because we want to try to keep everything civil and keep it moving and all of that. But I think that shit is over with, bruh. It's over with. Because my life is in jeopardy. My wife's life is in jeopardy. Our stuff is in jeopardy. Because when when white people were too afraid to say that Black Lives Matter, you still had all these unarmed black people that were being killed by police. and nothing was said about it. No special attention was paid to it or nothing, you know?
Round two, fight.
And now, people are going to pay extra attention. Now people can't be silent no more. I mean, the Breonna Taylor thing is particularly haunting because she was she was perfect. She didn't do nothing wrong. She wasn't no criminal. She wasn't even the person they were looking for. She didn't even call the cops to her home. She was sleeping. And the police burst in her home unannounced. They weren't in uniform. They discharged weapons, shot her boyfriend, and charged him with crimes against the cops who burst in their home and started blasting. And a bunch of shots hit her and killed her. And all this was cool because they're black. Ooh. Gosh. Ooh. Oh, I thought I had him. So, you know, when you put all that together, that one case alone is enough for me to be like, you know what, I don't give a damn about these people's feelings anymore. Their feelings and comfort do not trump me and my wife's, you know, right to exist peacefully in this country. We can't value their comfort over our good. You know what I'm saying? And that's been the primary MO for far too long. And it's time for that to end. Ooh, that was dumb. That's been the primary MO, so yeah, I mean, I keep pausing because I'm thinking, you know, thinking about, you know, what kind of garbage I could expect to encounter. Thinking about how I'm going to have to frame these things for my students, because the students come in, I mean, they obviously have their own thoughts and ideas, but they also have their parents' thoughts and ideas. And as I've been detailing, the adults have been very disappointed, so a lot of times they spread this bile to the kids. And so the idea of having to beat back some of these thought processes in these students is kind of harrowing, honestly. But gotta do what I gotta do. It's adulthood in a nutshell, isn't it? Repeatedly and deliberately doing things you'd rather not be doing in order to, in order to get the better good out here, you know? Ooh. You messed up, Jimmy. Oh. But it is what it is. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. If I do have a bunch of students, I'm gonna explain to them why they gotta wear a mask. Not because the government told them to, or not necessarily just because I say, but because this virus is transmitted through saliva droplets. And what your mask does is it keeps your saliva droplets to yourself instead of giving them to me. Break it all the way down for them. I might find a video too, or a graphic showing them what happens when people sneeze, and because they need to see that, you know what I'm saying? Man, who did I use? Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Because they need to see that. These kids need to see that. Jesus. Fortunately, like I say, the kids are the best part of the job, so if you explain things to them in a way that makes sense, they'll understand it. And they tend to be less resistant to new information than adults, because they still have curiosity. And that's what I think is so funny. Like, when people get older, they become more selectively curious. They only have curiosity when they're trying to be a contrarian, you know? Like when they're trying to run counter to what something they don't like is saying, that's when they suddenly become scientists and philosophers and, you know, curious people. But all before that, when they're in their bubbles and stuff like that, ain't no curiosity. Like, they ain't got no curiosity when it comes to Trump. They just absorb whatever he says. You know. Same thing with Fox News. They just sort of absorb whatever Fox News says. They ain't got no curiosity. I mean, just the other day, one of my coworkers shared this fake ass quote from Jeff Bridges, where he was allegedly showing his support for police. And it's like, Why would you just share this shit and you don't even know it's from him? Like, it's not even verified. You didn't verify how true this is or nothing. You just shared this. Talking about something he really said it. And she's done this before, because she did it with, I think it was Harrison Ford. And I've had to get on these Facebook posts and be like, you know, the funny thing about this is, it's fake news. This is not even a real quote, and I put the fact check in there. I can tell that my presence is not. I mean, her and her little friend group is, you know, they're like, oh my god, he's like a party pimper. Like, I don't give a damn. We supposed to be truth tellers. We educators, right? How the hell you gonna be an educator if you don't even tell the truth? Ooh. You can't be an educator and a liar. At least not a good one. Because the entire premise of our work is making sure our students know real facts, real information, you know, making sure they know how stuff is done. When you teach them grammar rules, they assume that what you're teaching is correct. That's the purpose of textbooks, to ensure that what you're teaching is correct. As the teacher, you don't need the textbook, but the students do, in order to reference what you're doing, and, you know, it's there to help you teach your stuff. But the whole reason why we have a curriculum or a textbook is because there's true information and then there's bullshit. Our job is to teach the true shit. You know? And so you can't do that and then be peddling lies in your private life. You know what I'm saying? Peddling propaganda and all this. Like, that just doesn't mix. Ooh. Should have kept blocking. Ooh, you silly man. But, yeah, I mean, truth is just important to me. It's important that, you know, I align myself with truth and reality. Because when I don't do that, you know, how am I going to have credibility if I'm out here telling lies and all this, you know? We are all that these kids have as teachers. So we are their heroes. We are their role models. And that's something that I take very seriously. Because when I was a kid, I ain't have no damn role models. I like different stuff from different people. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't pattern myself after an individual. Because I found that just about anybody you could pattern yourself after, they They were deeply flawed in some way. Even someone like MLK. MLK, civil rights icon, master of nonviolence, all that stuff. Apparently he was an adulterer, People don't talk about that. They try to minimize it. But now that I'm married, I'm not going to minimize nothing like that. That's important to me. Because you're supposed to be a reverend. And obviously, you're not called to be perfect. And ain't nobody asking for perfect. But you can be principled. Perfect and principled might start with the same letter, but they do not mean the same thing. But it seems like that's too much to ask for most people to adhere to principles. Oh, I tried an anti. But oh my god. Ooh. Ooh. Damn. I don't know. I just think it's important that, people stick to the script. Whatever script that you come up with, stick with it. That's part of what makes right-wingers so detestable to me. They are gargantuan hypocrites. These guys, they preach all about family values and integrity and independence and freedom and all that stuff, but they don't believe in none of it. They don't believe in it policy-wise, and they don't adhere to none of these things in their personal lives. They don't. They don't. And it's quite aggravating, because you will see they will be the main people out here grandstanding. They'll be the main people out here grandstanding. Talking greasy about somebody. But then let one of their people, somebody on their team, let one of their people not stick to the script, like Donald Trump or anybody. It don't matter. Ooh, yes, good anti. They'll cover up for them and make excuses and hem-haw and do everything. This boy doing. And it's mad aggravating, honestly. It's mad aggravating. And the reason why it's aggravating is because, somebody like me, I actually live these principles. I did pull myself up by the proverbial bootstraps. I did stay in school and get married to one woman and believe in God and all that stuff. I did all the stuff that you guys claim that y'all do. But I live it for real though. But y'all just talk it. Y'all don't walk it though. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, number 5. Damn. Shit, I got enough material for 2 videos. I didn't even know that. But hey, it's gonna be an extra long one, and I don't give a damn, Westside. But yeah. I really do live out these principles that you guys claim to. Believing in personal accountability and, you know, individualism and all this. I do all that for real. But y'all are the ones out here cheating on your wives and all this. I don't mean to use their tactics of living an anecdote, but ooh, I did it again. Damn. He jumped again. He jumped again. Damn. He was gonna jump again. But anyway, my bad. One of Vicky's ex-managers, hardcore Republican, Spanish dude. You know what I'm saying? But he pretends he's white. You know what I'm saying? Had all this stuff to say against Obama and all this, and Second Amendment guy. Oh wait, I lost count now. So, Master Killer. So this is number 5, 6, 7. 7? We'll see. So, yeah. Hardcore Republican guy. He's got a wife, kids, family, all that good stuff. Good salesperson. You know, apparently very good at his managing job. My wife has nothing but positive things to say about him when it comes to his job of managing folks and elevating them to higher positions and teaching them how to sell and all that stuff. All that. And that stuff's good. Wow, I'm all up in this dude's brain. Damn! But he was a super adulterer. He sat there and had a whole ass affair with one of the female co-workers who was like 22 years old at the time. Dude's in his 40s. Had a whole ass wife, a whole family, multiple kids. And he's sitting up here. He literally screwed this, you know, co-worker of his at the goddamn job. They were caught on camera. You know. And it's bad enough that you're cheating on your wife. But you gonna go out with a young girl who's technically your subordinate? So you gonna exude power over her in this relationship that should not exist. The power dynamic shouldn't exist. Your relationship shouldn't exist. And you gonna bang her out at the job. And he was apparently helping her in her career because, you know, the girl's sales numbers were always really, really high for whatever reason. And she didn't talk to the customers no kind of way, no special kind of way. She didn't treat them especially good. The numbers were just high for no reason. But then, when everyone finds out about it, of course, the job fires him. And he had the nerve to proclaim that what he did shouldn't have been a fireable offense. Which I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But as soon as he's fired, her numbers start going down. And they never reach those same levels that they was at before. So he was feeding her numbers, screwing her, and he exuded a power dynamic. Ooh. Dude went and left his whole family for the girl too. Got her pregnant even. And so now he's starting this whole new life with this floozy. And actually, I don't even blame the girl. She's 22 years old. She's young and dumb. You know. He had her dressing extra sexy at work, wearing extra tight stuff for no reason. I mean, they're in a bank, but she was wearing skin tight stuff so she could, you know, show off her whole body and everything. And it was just crazy. But, you know, I just thought, how goddamn ironic that you are such a right-wing nut. You love this party of family values and all this stuff. And you out here super philandering with another woman, a younger woman that is a subordinate of yours. Like, that just blew my whole mind. And then, like I say, when he got caught, he didn't think he should be fired for it. He had the nerve to tell my wife that he got fired for something that he shouldn't have been fired for. I'm like, you don't understand it, do you? Dude, when you're somebody's subordinate, or no, yeah, no, I'll continue that train. When you're somebody's subordinate, you're under pressure to impress them and to obey them. Because there's an unequal power dynamic between you that doesn't exist with, you know, coworker to coworker. He abused his power over her. She went along with it, but he abused his power, because imagine if she'd have said no. Imagine if she had rebuffed his advances. He wouldn't have helped her in her career. He might have even punished her for refusing him. Fired her or whatever. That's how these people play. They dirty. Ooh. So people are inclined to hate on her, but she made the career move. Honestly. I mean, she did the super stupid thing and fell in love and had his baby and everything, but she's young and dumb and has daddy issues, and she made a career decision to preserve her career by going along with this stuff, entertaining it. And it's a lot like what happened with Monica Lewinsky. It was so crazy how she was the one that was vilified and made fun of and all this stuff. But how do you tell the President of the United States no? How do you sit there and tell the president, no, I'm not going to give you a blowjob? And what do you think will happen to you if you say no to the president? You think he's safe? You think he can't get your family killed? You think you're gonna work in Washington again? Shit. She made the harrowing choice that a lot of women have to make. They have to put career over principles. Because they have to. They're put in an unequal power dynamic where if they do the right thing, they're probably going to be punished for it. It's going to literally cost them to do the right thing. And they're not in a position to take that cost. So what do? They kowtow to the will of the person in power. And not in the slimeball way that, these corporate Democrats and Republicans do, but I'm talking about they're forced to do things they don't want to do, necessarily. And it's sad. But, I just think it's very interesting when it's a Republican doing this, because they be swearing to God that everybody that's on the left is, worshiping Satan and all this kind of stuff, and they don't believe in family values, they hate America, they want to destroy America, all this mumbo jumbo stuff. And it's them. They're the problem. I mean, Democrats ain't perfect by no stretch of the imagination. Ooh, I should have been from that. That was dumb. But at least we got our stuff straight. At least we ain't out here clamoring for depravity. You guys have the most craven president in history. He's inept. He's dubious, he's infantile, he's woefully unprepared to do his job, and they just love him. They were willing to ride and die for him. They got the Trump flags. I'm like, who the hell gets a flag? If Obama had a damn flag when he was president, they would have been up in arms. I cannot believe that whiffed. Jesus Christ. If I'd have caught him with that back one, he'd have lost the whole match. But, you know. I spent a lot of time in this video talking about right-wing voters, and you know, the reason why I do that is because I realize that honestly they're a danger to this country. They are a danger to the republic and to the very ideals of freedom and democracy. They are an inherent danger. Oh, he got me. That was good. They are an inherent danger to this whole thing. Because just like old boy I was talking about, they will happily throw away their principles and morals in order to get what they want. And if what they want comes in the package of electing someone like Donald Trump, then they'll go and get it. And they won't give a damn. They will be completely unrepentant about it. And it's sad. Why did my PlayStation... Jesus Christ. Ooh, he got me there. Am I gonna drop? No, I didn't drop. Oh, I did drop. Okay, good. Oh my god. Oh my god, stop. Ooh. That down 4 low profiled the hell out of his jump. Ooh. Ooh. Just a little bit of background in this match. I played this person very, very early on in my MK11 journey, and I got smoked in this exact same matchup, Sub-Zero versus Noob Saibot. And so for me to be doing this well against him, playing against his main, when I was previously, like I said, getting smoked, I am quite happy with this progress. It just lets you know that, you know, hard work really does pay off. I'm out here teching throws like it's purposeful or something. Ooh. Every throw tech I do is purely accidental. People need to understand this. But anyway, he could have came back. Oh my god. I hit him with that back rib. But yeah, like I have no faith in the right-wing voter, none whatsoever. The only thing I have faith in is that they will abandon their principles and sell out Americans. That's the combo you have to do in order to get the side switch. I didn't know that. What the heck? Whoa. Oh. Oh. Smart stuff. Nah, but they will sell out their whole country. They will sell out everything. And the reason I say that is because I read this article talking about how people that identify more as right-wing, they tend to be more in favor of authoritarianism. And that's particularly fascinating because America was born out of a disdain for authoritarianism. We protested against it. It's literally why America was formed. We were a colony. We said, hell no, fuck that shit, I'm out. And had an entire war about it called the Revolutionary War. And that's real. Like, that's the real live facts. And so for so-called red-blooded Americans to now be in favor of authoritarianism under someone like Trump, it's scary. So like I say, they don't understand what country that they live in. They know the country that they live in, but they don't get it. They think that it's the best country in the world because they believe in American exceptionalism, which has been wholly exposed as a bald-faced ass lie. But they don't understand this country. They don't understand this country was born out of protest and fighting back against authoritarian rule. Not from a tyrannical government necessarily, but from unbridled authoritarianism. We fought against monarchies. And now you have this fool in the White House talking about some delaying the election, which you would have to change laws in order to do that, by the way. He's against mail-in voting. Ooh, that was a hella read. So he wants to delay the election. He's against mail-in voting. And he talking about he might not leave the White House if he loses. So he gonna be a sore loser too? I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell? What's wrong with y'all? Seriously, what is wrong with you? Because he enjoys the support of at least 30% of the country. And like I say, these are people, the 30% that really love this man. I work with these people. Ooh. Oh, stagger city. Oh. Oh, that was beautiful. Yep, good. Oh, what the hell did I do that for? But I work with these folks. And so, and honestly, no matter who wins in November, these folks are still going to be part of our society. Yes, sir. They're still going to be a part of this America. I'm still going to be teaching their children. You know, all that stuff is going to happen. They're still going to be a part of this. And so that's the part that makes it scary for me personally. Like, they're still going to be part of the equation, even if Trump is not. And they don't understand the country they live in. And they don't understand what America really is all about. Oh my God, I can't believe I kept dropping that. Ooh. Oh! Jesus. This is scary, man. It's just scary. But it's all to the good, though, for real. Because I already said what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm not going to spare people's feelings necessarily. You know, I'm not going to be crass or anything, but I am going to tell the truth. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Oh! So, that's what I'm going to do. But now, having got all of that out of the way, I guess I can talk about the matches now. Because I was actually very excited to record these matches. Because the score here is 3-1. And, you know, oh, I cannot believe I dropped the rest of that. But, you know, like I said, I fought this person a very, very long time ago, early on in the game. And this Noob Saibot basically did to me what's happening in this match. Well, what's happening in that corner. Oh, I'm done here, I think. Right here, yep. That's good. I had won 3 in a row. But, yeah, you know. I was very happy to not only have leveled up, but be ahead. Like I won. Very convincingly. And I think, you know, I ain't trying to brag or nothing, because I'm not on no professional level at all. But I try to play Sub-Zero in a very solid footsie based way. See? Like that right there. I baited him to try to jump in. And then when he did... Oh, good one, good one. When he did, I backed away and trip guarded. Right here. Oh, I tried to do it again. Ooh. Ooh, very good right there. Oh. Now, do I use Sub-Zero's mix-ups? Of course I do. But I use all of Sub-Zero's tools because they're there. If Sub-Zero has a tool that could be used, damn it, I'ma use it. Oh, look at that. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. That was pretty convincing. Yeah, you know, I try to use all the boys' tools because, you know what I'm saying, Sub-Zero has a lot going for him. And one thing I can't stand when people talk about Sub-Zero is they act as though all he is his overhead and low. And it's like, for starters, I understand you guys are salty that you play against Sub-Zeros that only use those things. But I can tell you, they're not using the character right. And mix is not a strategy. It's not a viable winning strategy. Not because you can't win by doing mix, but because mix is inconsistent. Oh! Stagger with the back one. What the hell? Oh. Mix is not a viable strategy. And I say that because when you use mix as your strategy, either the opponent gets hit by the mix or they don't. When they get hit by the mix, you win. And when they don't get hit with the mix, they lose. Oh my god. Why did I? Oh. Jesus. Oh. Ah. Oh my god. Oh, I had the right read. Oh. Oh. That was beautiful stuff. That was beautiful right there on his part. I jumped, he did standing one as an anti and converted. If I hadn't jumped, it would have been a different result. Oh. Oh. Nice convert. Oh, nice convert from me. Oh my god, no. We out here converting. We converting like train tracks in chemistry, boy. Oh no, I'm dead. See? Case in point. The slides are low. And I decided to slide right there. Since he blocked low, I died. So that right there tells you that Sub-Zeros that rely purely on mixing their opponents to death they don't win consistently. You only win consistently by playing consistently solid. That is, using your other normals, spacing your opponent properly, punishing mistakes, forcing mistakes, you know, and playing your opponent. Ooh! You see that? I don't even know if while I was playing I knew he was going to do that, but that's a perfect example. He teleported. Ooh, I needed to stop jumping. He teleported, and I responded immediately. But he also played solid, because I jumped, and he converted. He might win the damn round while I'm playing. Oh, okay. Well, maybe. Oh, I got him.
Round 2, fight.
Oh. I don't know if he meant that. Ooh. Huh? Oh. Oh. Let's see. Ooh. 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 I tried to do it again. Ooh, good slide. Oh my god. I hate that armor break. I hate it. I should have won the match right there. Because I knew he was going to break. Oh, but I got him anyway. Thug Zero, baby. Yeah, so I think I play the character in an effective but solid way. I really do. You know, if people beat my Sub-Zero, usually it's because they outplayed me. But if you lose to my Sub-Zero, ain't no damn shame in it. Because I didn't sit there and mix you to death. You know, I outspaced you. I killed your jump-in attempts. I did what I was supposed to do. Oh. Ow. Oh! Choices. You got hit with that lunging hook, boy. Or lunging haymaker. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh! Ooh. Oh. I hate when unsafe moves have mad pushback. Oh, good call out on the stagger. Good. Okay. Yeah. See, what's interesting is because these are 60 FPS replays, y'all don't see the lag. Y'all don't see the strife I be having to go through with some of these people. And some of these matches are so old that I don't even remember which ones had lag in them and which ones didn't. But I'm happy because they look pretty quality. Oh. Oh. Jesus. He gon'. I thought he was gonna fly and kick again. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. Oh, got your monk ass. Damn. And it's perfectly appropriate because he is a monk. Damn. As I recall, I think this was one of the laggy matches. Because I tried to punish this boy so bad on certain stuff and it didn't even work. Alright, you guys. One more match. The boy used Sub-Zero. Ay, ay, ay. It's always interesting when people pick Sub-Zero against me because it's like I know how the character plays. Let's see how this boy tried to play. Oh. Okay. He burnt both bars. Man did slide from point blank range. Jesus. Oh. Okay. Sonya hits like a truck. Oh my God. That was a bad idea. Did I spend meter? I did not. Smart. Oh! I ran that whole joint back. Now, is he going to slide? I might want a low block. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Huh? That's -16 or something like that. Which is probably the safest ice ball in history, honestly. Damn. Sit your ass down, boy. But yeah, you guys, appreciate y'all rocking with me. Y'all already know what it is. Black Lives Matter. So I'm out. Peace.